All right, we're going to start chapter 9. Basically, this entire chapter is about equations. Okay? I'm just kind of testing out this new thing. It's kind of cool, but I think I'll figure out how to turn it off because that's enough. It's a pretty good picture, though. Okay, so what we're doing in this section is finding a solution method. If you remember, way back in chapter number 1, we learned a method on how to solve these. It's called backtracking. Okay, so that was the first method that we learned when creating a way to solve these questions. So what we're looking at is something like this. Okay. Oops, that's not what that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a 3, and it's supposed to be equal 6. All right, and what we want to think about is we want to think about how we got this way. So what we did was we drew one of these flow charts. I'm not sure if you remember that, but B goes in here, and the first one is to multiply B by 5. And then we're going to add 3 to whatever we get, and then from there we're going to divide it by 3, and from there it's going to be equal to 6. Actually, I don't think we need this last one. Sorry. Let me just go back. That equals 6. All right? So this is the process that we would go through. So what we learned, and that's going in this direction. So what we learned is that in order to be able to backtrack, we're going to go this direction. And whenever we see up here, we're going to do the opposite. So if to divide by 3, we're going to multiply by 3. So 6 times 3 gives us 18. We're going to subtract 3, so that gives us 15. And then we're going to divide by 5, and that's going to give us what B is. So B is equal to 3. All right? So what we're looking at is one method that we can use in order to solve these equations. If you need to, remember, go back and look at that again. I'm not going to show you another example. I'm going to show you this one at first. Okay? The second method that we learned is, in my opinion, an absolutely horrible method. It's called guess, check, and improve. Oh boy, is that easy to say. No. Yeah, so it's exactly that. We guess what we think it is. We check to see if it's right. If it's not, we get better. Okay? So if we're looking at this question right here, we're going to look at the two sides and say, okay, whatever I get here has to be equal to whatever I get here. All right? So I'm going to pick a number for B. I'm going to say, let's say B is equal to 5. Okay? So I'm going to plug it in. 3 times 5 plus 5 equals 5 plus 17. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. I've got 20 equals 22. Oh, I'm close, but that's not right. So I got to step up a little bit. Let's say B is equal to 6. Okay. So 3 times 6 plus 5 is equal to 6 plus 17. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 5 is equal to 6 plus 17. This is 23, and this is 23. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Okay. So those two methods are the two that we go through the process of working with at the very beginning of this entire adventure that we've been on for the last 10 months. Yeah, okay. So those are the two things that you're going to practice on Monday in class, okay? And I have a little public service announcement. Public service announcement. Sorry, it took longer to write that. A public service announcement. And this is basically like an infomercial. It's a piece of information that all of you need to know. Okay? And here it is. Everyone needs to buy their own eraser. Okay, and this includes the boys in 7G, because I'm getting tired of the fact that you share the same eraser and you pass it during a test. You drop it on the floor, you giggle, or you reach behind you without looking. It doesn't make it right. You are a disturbance to people. Okay? And I'm not just pointing out the 7G people. Well, really I am, but you know, it's pretty much everybody. So get your own. Okay? You have the weekend to get your own eraser. An eraser, something that corrects mistakes. All right? I'm hoping that that public service announcement was clear enough that if you show up without an eraser, you are not considered ready for class. Okay? And the last public service announcement I have to make is be prepared for a project coming soon. All right. Hopefully this video kind of helps you understand a little bit of what we're going to be doing. And I'll see you on Monday.